Yes, sir. Shalom. Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Shalom.
Oh man. Shalom, shalom. Shalom, Israel. I want to give all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekakwadash. We know Cap Nations, kings and priests. We want to give double honors to the elders of Masharah Yasharallah, who rule well, all right, in sincerity and in truth. All right. Want to give peace and salutations to the brothers out there and laboring, man, in this truth out there, doing it sincerely for the name of the Lord. All right. Trying to grow, repenting daily, dying daily, right? Sacrificing. Y'all know who you are, man. Y'all know how sincere you are in this truth, right?
Con.
So, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai. We know Cap, Nations of Kings and Priests, all right? Today's lesson is entitled, all right, Become Men of Honor and Integrity. Now, these are two things that we use loosely, right? Anthony, shalom, King, shalom, shalom. Much love to you. These are two things that, as men, that we have to, carry ourselves with: honor and integrity, keeping our word, man, being truthful not only to ourselves but the Most High and the nation.
Con.
It is incredible how dishonest we are with each other, man. Like, you think the Most High is going to let you get away with things like that? But men are men, and we have to carry ourselves in honor and integrity. All right.
Be a direct reflection of the Most High.
That's right. And you know what? A lot of y'all ain't. Straight up. Y'all traded in your gangster suits and put fringes on it, man. You still got them stains on it. You gotta release that old leaven, man. We in actually, appropriate time in the week of unleavened bread. So it's very important to understand, according to the Bible, how can we carry ourselves of men of honor and men of integrity, man. Now, let's grab the word integrity, right? Because that's not a regular word, you know what I'm saying, used in the Israelite community. Right? So I'm gonna share my screen right quick.
Looking at it right now.
All right. Now I'm gonna just grab it from Google, man. We could pretty much grab it anywhere, but whatever. But y'all can see my screen?
Con.
All right. So a bit bigger. All right. Check this out, man. All right. So we have integrity. The equality of being honest and having strong moral principles and moral uprightness. Right? Similar, honesty, uprightness, probity, rectitude, honor, right? The state of being whole and undivided. Similar, unity, unification, wholeness. Look at these words that this one word incorporates with or associates itself with, right? Having integrity is holding on to your moral standards. Uprightness, right? In the world, we were known as animals, man, savages. No honor, no integrity. Now we have to carry ourselves differently, man. When we in this walk, the greatest men and the greatest man to ever walk the earth come from your bloodline. We have to carry our. They weren't going around. You know what I'm saying? Being street thugs, man, deceiving everyone, backstabbing everyone. They weren't. They were doing that, but the good examples of others, they weren't. They had integrity and honor with each other, man. Where do you think they get all these movies from, man? Those examples. They get those examples from us. Men of honor, integrity, right? And that carries on into your life. Being men of honor and having integrity on things that you do. Not only, of course, when it comes to the truth, but in everything that you do. It carries on. That's what men do. They keep their word. If you can't keep your word, you're not a man. Period. You have to keep your word. And you got to do what the word says. Right? And integrity allows you not to sway when you are trying to, when a demon's whispering in your ear. Right? That integrity, that honor that you're carrying yourself with, that your forefathers carried themselves with. Right? So it's a beautiful thing to have those examples, but unfortunately, for some reason, we don't follow it. Right? So let's start off, man. Let me get 1 Kings 9 and verse 4. Right? 1 Kings 9 and verse 4. Let's go ahead and start there.
Gone. This is the book of 1 Kings, chapter 9, verse 4. God, 9, verse 4. It says, "And if thou wilt walk before me as David, thy father walked, in integrity of heart and in uprightness, to do according to all that I have commanded thee, and wilt keep my statutes and my judgments, then
You
I
see
will."
that? You see that? David, king, right? A man, the apple of Yahweh's eye, of his own heart, walked in integrity and uprightness. Right? Did he fall? Did he do things that maybe he shouldn't have done? Probably. He was a man like you and I. And he wasn't Yahweh Shai. But he was a man of integrity. So that's a good example, right? So Saul, right? Saul wanted to kill him. No? He was gaining all this fame now, he was being favored by the Lord. The Lord was increasing him because the Lord already knew that was David, that he was going to crown. But in that favor, Saul became a hater. Right? And that happens in Israel all the time. You see brothers that the Most High God is dealing with, and maybe he's raising them up more than you. Now you get a little envious. And that's what happened to Saul. Saul's like, I'm the king, man. Who is this dude? Right? That's why you got a house of David and you got a house of Saul. Right? That house of Saul are envious brothers who want to cause division. There's no honor in them. There's no dignity in them. But then you got brothers like House of David who do got honor and who do got dignity. And what did David do? David didn't kill his brother. He could have. Showed him the garment, showed him the ripped garment and everything. But he didn't do it. Why? Because he had integrity. Right? It went against his moral beliefs. In addition to the beliefs that Yahweh but in the commandments that Yahweh gave him. not to murder his own brother, not to be envious toward his brother. So are we reading out the same book? Right? Don't we read out the same book? It says don't be envious. Because in Leviticus, the 19th chapter, it says you shouldn't bear no grudge. But brothers with no integrity and no honor hold grudges. Brothers who don't grudge or are envious, they got integrity. Because they're holding on to what is commanded to them. They're not budging on their beliefs. And David was one of those. He never budged on his belief. So now, thousands of years later, we're reading of him and his good works. We're talking about his example. Great men. And he's part of the 144, man. He earned that right because he had integrity and honor that he carried himself with. We have to learn how to visualize what we read and incorporate it in our everyday life. Right? There will always come a time where you're going to be tested. You know? Oh man, Salaki, I'm gonna tell you this story, man. I'm gonna tell you this story. I was I don't know, man. I must have been maybe 15 years old. I was living in the streets in the time in Miami. And I needed to get a front. I needed to get a job to front some of my cash habits that I was doing outside of, Uncle Sam. Y'all know what I mean, right? And I was hired as a busboy, right? In a restaurant. And you know what these motherfuckers did to me? They threw a $50 bill while I was sweeping the floor. The owner did. And I was on the floor. But I guess he was expecting me to return it. I was 15 years old, man. I didn't return no $50 bill. I didn't return it. I took it, and he ended up firing me. Right? Well, about maybe 15 years later, I went back to that same spot, and the owner was there. He didn't recognize me. I'm about 30 years old at this time, but I had money. I had cash. It was in an area. My ex-wife lived there. My kids lived there, so it was close. But that probably still open. I went back there and whatever. I ordered something. I gave him $50. It was like 20 something dollars, And he went to go get my change, and I said, "Nah, you keep it." I said, "This is what I took from you 15 years ago." Right? And I didn't agree with what he did. Shit, I'm 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, no one ever taught me integrity. No one taught me how to, you know what I'm saying? How to have that honor. But it took something for me to go back and see him face to face and give him that money back that I quote unquote, took. And that's the type of integrity you gotta have. It ain't an easy walk, man. You know what I'm saying? It was a little embarrassing at first, but I was like, I gotta do it, man. Gotta give him his $50 back. So there are little things in life that are gonna keep you from not having a good name, right? With him, my name was tarnished. But when I returned that $50, now it wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a quick, little thing. I said, I'm saying actually happened to me. You know what I'm saying? and you know, you feel a certain way about it. And you're like, okay, cool, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have integrity. That's what I'm going to walk my life with. I'd rather be honest than dishonest. You know, let's go to Proverbs 22, right? We're going to start at verse 1. A lot of y'all don't think this way, but this is all throughout the Bible. You know, y'all don't know how to incorporate honor and integrity in this walk. It baffles me. It's in the scriptures, all through the scriptures. Right? Read that when you got it, Doc.
Con. This book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 20. Have not I written to thee excellent things in
Salakia 22 and verse 1.
Con 2021. A good name is rather to be chosen than great riches,
Uh-huh.
and loving favor rather than silver and gold.
Right, because that name that carries on with you, you know, brothers are gonna realize and think, oh yeah, you know, I know that brother Tazadak, man. He an honest brother, man. He a good brother, man. You know, and it says that you choose, meaning it's your choice to walk and to carry yourself a certain way that when they bring up your name, brothers gonna know who you are by the way you act, by the way you carry yourself. If you gave the $50 back, if you always honest, you learn how to treat brothers like you want to be treated. And again, we warriors, man. Definitely. But even warriors got honor and integrity. As a matter of fact, even more when you're a warrior. Even more. So that name that you choose, that name, it's going to carry your, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, Shatar Kadar, man, you know, that brother got, you know, he a stand-up brother, man. That brother always walks, you know, the way he's supposed to walk, man. And that's what you do. And Salakia, keep your word, man. Y'all keep hearing me say this. Keep your word, because I rarely find it in Israel. You gonna say something, do it. Right? Do it. Let your yays be yays and your nays be nays, man.
God, don't let nobody remind you to do it.
Right. That's in the Bible. You know? Read one again. Verse 1.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 1. And it says, a good name is rather to be chosen than great riches.
Uh-huh.
And loving favor rather than silver and gold.
It's better than silver and gold. That's the type of name, and that's the way you got to carry yourself. So that everyone understands that when they bring up your name, it's a good name. You have integrity. You have honor. We don't have integrity. We don't have honor. We learned honor from brothers who steal and cheat on each other. That's not honor. That's dishonor. That's the exact opposite. Right? Right? Read verse 2.
Verse 2. The rich and poor meet together.
Uh-huh.
The Lord is the maker of them all.
Right?
A prudent man foreseeth the evil.
Right?
And hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished.
Read.
By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life.
You read 4 again.
By humility.
Uh-huh.
And the fear of the Lord are riches and honor and life.
That is your guarantee. That is your riches. That is your wealth. We may not have wealth that equates to this world, but we have the wealth, that the knowledge and understanding that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is our God, is our power. That's our riches. So by humility and fear of the Lord, that's our riches and honor and life. Right? You can't equate the honor of the world as the honor of the Most High. Right? I watched. I don't know if y'all brothers watched it. You know how you scroll on the IG and you be seeing the videos come out. They were interviewing Cardi B. You know, and I was just scrolling down. I was like, whatever. And then they asked her, you know, if you got money, are you happy? Right?
I'm not seeing that.
And she was like, what she said? She said, she's like, it's nice to buy my family things. She goes, but I don't know if I'm happy.
Money can never bring you happiness.
Yeah, money can't bring you happiness. But that's because she don't understand what the truth is. She's totally backwards. You know?
Wicked as hell.
Wicked as hell. And she thinks that is the answer when it's not. That's why through the woman came the sin of the world, man.
I know wickedness like wickedness of a woman.
Right. So when she didn't, you know, obviously she don't understand, but still she was trying to fill a hole that she had through money. And I'm talking about I'm saying she got the mansions, she probably got every car possible. You know what I'm saying?
Diamond watch, diamond chain.
Yeah, I don't follow her like that because really I don't want to. But you know what I'm saying? I know she got money. So I know she probably got cars, probably got multiple houses, you know, mansions, on vacation, you know, all this, man. Everything that you've ever dreamed about when you were in the world. And she is fucking miserable. Salakia for the language. But she's miserable. You know why she's miserable? Because she don't have the fear of the Lord. By humility and the fear of the Lord are the riches of honor and life. Right?
Treasure stored in heaven.
Treasure stored in heaven, man. You're trying to fill it with something, man. So don't think that a material thing that's coming from this wicked world that's gonna be destroyed is gonna fill that hole. It won't. But when you carry yourself in humility, in honor, and in integrity, and the fear of the Lord, that's your gain. Don't sway with what you say. Right? Give me Ecclesiastes in the Bible. Chapter 5. We're gonna read verse 1 through 7. Right? Keeping your word. Being a man of your word. If you can, Salakia, you know, this is one thing I always tell my bonds. I'm like, man, I hold them to it. Right? You say something, you better stand on it. If you don't stand on it, it don't mean nothing. And your word don't mean nothing. Like the little they use that analogy with the boy who cried wolf. Right? He was messing around 3 times. It's two times. The third time come the wolves, they ate everybody.
They keep his word.
Right. He can't keep his word. Can't keep his honesty. Can't be an honorable man. Integrity. These are things that are learned or the world teaches you. Right? Go ahead, King. Read that.
Book Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verse 11. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High.
Right.
And be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Right. You got it. That's why you gotta, you know, our brothers are always quick to, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've been part of, you know, man, you gotta shut your mouth sometimes, man. Learn how to control your speech and your tongue. right?
God.
Especially when you're around elder men, right? Read.
For they consider not that they do evil.
Mm-hmm.
Be not rash with thy mouth,
Right.
and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before the Most High.
Read.
For the Most High is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few.
Right. Meaning, think about what you say. Right. Read.
For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's mouth is known by multitude of words.
Right. Read.
When thou vowest a vow unto the Most High, defer
Read.
not to pay it,
Uh-huh.
for he have no pleasure in fools.
Right.
Pay that which thou hast vowed.
Pay that which that has vowed. Read.
Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay.
Right. Meaning, if you're gonna say something and you gotta do it.
It's better not to say anything than you say it and not do it.
Yeah. Don't even say anything if you ain't gonna. If you get, don't open your mouth.
Con.
Others is quick to do that, and then next thing you know, they ain't doing it. You know what? Sorry, I messed up. They'd rather say I didn't do it or give an excuse than it be insincerity. Right? Go ahead, read.
Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin.
Uh-huh.
Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should the Most High be angry at thy voice and destroy the work of thine hands?
Read.
For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also divers vanities.
Uh-huh.
But fear thou the Most High.
Right. Fear the Most High. That's what you should be trusting. Things are gonna come swaying your way. You gotta trust in the Most High. Let's go to chapter 7 and verse 1. Ecclesiastes, same book, Ecclesiastes.
Come on. Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 7 verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
A good name is better than precious ointment,
Right.
and the day of death than the day of one's birth.
Why? Because you created your integrity and your honor through your life or lifetime. So that name that you created and you help if that good name that's more precious than ointment, right? When you die, it carries with you, right? And when it carries with you, it's better than when you were born because you didn't really have a name when you were born. You weren't established, right? Let's go to Proverbs chapter 10 and verse 7. So this will give you the examples, right? Proverbs 10 and verse 7.
Book of Proverbs chapter 10 verse 7. The the memory of the just is blessed,
Mm-hmm.
but the name of the wicked shall rot.
Right, because if you live your life in wickedness, and now we're gonna equate wickedness with not having integrity and not being an honorable man, right? It's you like that fruit that's in the fruit basket, but you ready to rot. They're gonna throw you away because that rotten fruit needs to rot the rest of the things that are around it. So you have to be thrown away and cast out. Right? So that's the flip side. That's the bad side of not having a good name. So guess what? Guess what the Most High is going to do? He's going to cast you away. Right? What do they do with rotten fruit?
Throw it away.
Is there a purpose for it?
Ah.
Can it even yield its own fruit?
Still.
No, it's useless. That's how important it is to have a good name, right? How you carry yourself. You kept your word, dignity, right? You did what you had to do, right? You dealt with your brothers the way they were supposed to be dealt with, the way you would like to be dealt with. For some we can't find that in Israel. It's extremely difficult, right? So now let's go with an example of not keeping your word, right? And let's see what the Most High God did. Let's go to Acts 5, right? Acts. No. Give me start at chapter 4. Start at verse 33, so we can get the context.
Come on. This book of Acts, chapter 4, verse 33.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, and with great power gave the apostles witness of the resurrection of the Lord Yahushua,
Mm-hmm.
and great grace upon them all. Right? Neither was there any among them that lacked,
Mm-hmm.
for as many as were possessors of lands or houses sold them, and brought the price of things that were sold.
So meaning those who were in one accord did accordingly with each other and bought and sold their possessions, right? Read.
And laid them down at the apostles' feet.
Read.
And distribution was made unto every man according as he had need.
According to his needs, right? According to their needs. So they were giving it to brothers who needed it. Brothers who had it were giving it to brothers who needed it. Right? Read on.
And Oseas, who by the apostles was surnamed Barnabas, which is being interpreted the son of Consultation, a Levite, and of the country of Cyprus, having land, sold it, and brought the money and laid it at the apostles' feet.
And laid at the apostles' feet. Read. Go to verse chapter 5, right?
But a certain man named Ananias with Sapphira, his wife, sold a possession.
Sold a possession, meaning that they sold a possession just like the other brothers. But what did they do? Read.
And kept back part of the price.
Meaning they only gave half of it. Read.
His wife also being privy to it, and brought a certain part and laid it at the apostles' feet.
So now they were in cahoots with each other and understood what they did, what they were doing. All right, read.
But Peter said, Ananias, why have Satan filled thine heart to lie to the Holy Ghost?
Why has Satan filled thy heart, right? Read.
And to keep back part of the price of the land.
So Peter already knew, man, from the jump that they were dealing wickedly. Read.
Whilst it remained, was it not thine own? And after it was sold, was it not in thine own power? Why hast thou conceived this thing in thine heart? Thou hast not lied unto men, but unto the Most High.
Right, like you know, this was a need and a swear and a vow that we gave unto the Most High. You kept. This is something that your word was supposed to be kept. Like when we break bread, and you do it, insincerely, the Most High knows it. Peter called them out right quick. Right? Read.
And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost.
He did what?
And Ananias, hearing these words, fell down and gave up the ghost.
What that mean?
He died.
Right.
Flatline.
Flatline. It, he did a date. They did a Jason Bourne on his ass. Right? Because he was messing with the Lord, man. He didn't keep his word. Read.
And great fear came on all them that heard these things.
Right? That's it.
And the young men.
No, Khan, go ahead.
And the young men arose, wound him up, and carried him out and buried him.
Uh-huh.
And it was about the space of 3 hours after, when his wife, not knowing what was done, came in.
Mm-hmm.
And Peter answered unto her, Tell me whether ye sold the land for so much. And she said, Yeah, for so much. Then Peter said unto her, How is it that ye have agreed together to tempt the Spirit of the Lord? Behold, the feet of them which have buried thy husband are at the door, and shall carry thee out.
Right, like don't you know they carried your husband out?
About to carry you out too.
About to carry your ass out too. Right. Read.
Then fell she down straightward at his feet, and yielded up the ghost.
There you go.
Come. Want to finish the verse?
Right. Go ahead.
Flatline.
And the young men came. And the young men came in and found her dead, and carrying her forth, buried her by her husband.
Buried her right by her husband. Why? Because they couldn't keep their word. Right? I mean, if you have excuses, that's one thing. If something happens, that's another. But you are being insincere to the Spirit of the Most High God. That's how important it is to say what you say, do what you're going to do, and walk the walk and talk the talk.
So you can live.
Don't just talk the talk. What?
Because if you be real, you keep your word, you have integrity, you can live with the repercussions.
Right. You could live with it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. That's right. Let's go to Job. Job 2 and verse 6. Right?
Sorry. Come on.
You could live with the repercussions, man.
The book of Job, chapter 2, verse 6. And it says, And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life.
So this is right after, right? The counsel that Hashatan had with Yahweh. Right? And he's telling him what to do. Because that's what Yahweh does. He tells everything and everybody what to do. All right, read.
Come on. Verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord, and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
Mm-hmm.
And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself with her, and he sat down among the ashes.
Mm-hmm.
His wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity?
So hold on a second. He's going through all this, man. Now he got wicked ass Eve in his ear. This brother got scabs. You know what I'm saying? He's got sores, boils from to his head all the way down to his feet. He's probably going to an excruciating pain. And here you got wicked ass Eve. Right? You still retain your integrity? Read that last part.
Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain thy integrity? Curse God and die.
She said what?
Curse God and die.
Wicked as hell, man.
Wicked.
Right? But now, what did he do? How did he react? Did he just curse God like many of y'all weak men do? Or did he, through his pain, what did he do? Read on, huh?
Verse 10. But he said unto her, thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What? Shall we receive good at the hand of the Most High, and shall not receive evil? And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
Did not what?
And all this did not Job sin with his lips.
So the Most High God put that spirit on Job, man. That rock hard spirit. And said, even I'll take the good and I'll take the bad from the Most High. But I will not sin, which is not praising the Most High, right? Or cursing him with his lips.
God,
right?
God, that's in life. You gotta take the good and bad. The Most High gonna see
We got to take the good and bad.
Gonna see you
He
bad.
kept his word, right? He kept his word. Go to chapter 27 and verse 1.
God, this book of Job, chapter 27 and verse 1.
Uh-huh.
It says, moreover, Job continued his parable and said, as the Most High liveth, who have taken away my judgment, and the Almighty, who have vexed my soul.
Mm-hmm.
All the while my breath is in me, and the spirit of the Most High is in my nostrils.
Meaning that the Most High God didn't take my life or my spirit that I got in me, right? Read.
My lips shall not speak wickedness,
Uh-huh.
nor my tongue utter deceit.
Nor my tongue utter deceit. All right, read.
God forbid that I should justify you. Till I die, I will not remove my integrity from me.
Right. Meaning that no matter what happens to me, it's not going to sway me away from this truth. Away from you, Most High.
God.
Read.
My righteousness I hold fast. I will not let it go.
Uh-huh.
My heart shall not reproach me so long as I live.
Meaning that I'm not going to let those evil, wicked thoughts get to me. Change me. Make me turn into someone I am not. I'm going to stay focused on what I need to do according to the Most High. That's having integrity. That's being honorable. Read.
Let my enemy be as the wicked, and he that riseth up against me as the unrighteous.
Uh-huh.
For what is the hope of the hypocrite? Though he have gained when God taketh away his soul.
Meaning, what is the hope of a hypocrite? What is a hypocrite? One who goes back, who does something, who says something and does something else. Right? He may have gained that little bit, right? Right? But God can take away his soul, man.
God, that's that goes to Second Ezra chapter 9. Such a receive benefit have not known.
That's right. That's right. Keep reading on.
Will the Most High hear his cry when trouble cometh upon him?
Uh-huh.
Will he delight himself in the Almighty? Will he always call upon the Most High?
Mm-hmm.
I will teach you by the hand of God that which is with the Almighty will I not conceal.
Right.
Behold, all ye yourselves have seen it. Why then are ye thus altogether vain?
Meaning, y'all seen the glorious power of the Most High God in your life. Why you keep messing with it? Keep your word. You shall be judged by every idle word. Y'all love rebuking. Y'all love going into prophecies. Y'all love teaching the RFID chip. Y'all love making videos. But one thing you can't do is keep your word. So then what good are you? That goes for me as well. But a lot of y'all are so boastful that you forget that you got to be truthful. That you got to walk in honor and integrity. And you don't. You don't. You vex everything and everybody that comes around you. You're that rotten fruit that needs to be cast out. Right? Deuteronomy 23 and 23.
God, this book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 23. And it says, that which is going out of thy lips thou shalt keep and perform.
Right?
Even a free will offering, according as thou hast vowed unto the Lord thy God,
Uh-huh.
promise with thy mouth.
Which thou promised with thy mouth. We all made that vow, right? Didn't you repent when you came into this truth? Again? You don't keep this vow. You're going to walk in honor. You're going to walk in integrity. Right? Let's go to Romans chapter 12. We got to run through some of these. I got a couple scriptures, man. We got to run through these.
Look at Romans chapter 12. What verse? Verse 1?
Well, let's start at verse 9.
Let's look at Romans chapter 12, verse 9. Let love be without dissimulation.
Uh-huh.
Avoid that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good.
Meaning hate that which is evil. Right? And cleave to that which is good. A lot of y'all do the opposite. Y'all hate the good and y'all stick to the evil. Finding excuses, well, that ain't written in Torah, so I could do it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it don't say I can't smoke weed in Torah, so I can do it. You give him the book of Ezekiel, the 8th chapter. He's like, oh no, but that's not in Torah. We wise to do evil, man. Right? So adore, which is hate that which is evil, and cleave to which is good. Read.
Be kindly affectionate one to another. With brotherly love.
With brotherly love, kindly affectionate, right? With brotherly love, read.
And honor one another.
What does it mean to prefer one another? What that mean? To prefer one another.
That's a good question.
You said what, Shatar?
Being together.
Preferring one another.
Like hanging out, just enjoying each other's company.
No. Kadar. What does it mean to prefer one another? You there?
No, it says I got the comparative text. It's NIV, Romans 12 and 10. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourselves.
Above what?
Above yourselves.
That's preferring one to another. Meaning, I'm going to prefer you over myself. I'm going to think of you before I think of myself. Man, you know, I haven't spoken to Taza Dog in a minute. Let me check on that brother, man. You know, see what's going on with him. Yeah, man, I can't imagine what you're going through right now, man. I didn't go through it, but man, I can't imagine it, man. So I'm gonna try and help you out of it. That's preferring one to another.
God, I got an example.
Right?
Like if you got food, say if you get a 10-piece chicken wing or something like that. You see the brother, he ain't got no food, or he in a bad spot. You put half. You give him 5, you get 5. You break bread like that. Preferring one another.
Preferring one another. Exactly. Yeah, Go ahead, keep reading.
It says, not slothful in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord.
Fervent in spirit, right? Serving the Lord. Right? Read.
Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation.
Meaning that you're not swayed when you're going through tribulations. Read.
Continuing instant in prayer.
Always praying. Read.
Distributing to the necessity of saints.
Meaning that you're always looking out for your brothers, man. That's what you're doing. You're looking out for your brothers, man. Read.
Giving to hospitality. Bless them which persecute you. And curse not.
Salakia, read that again.
Bless them which persecute you. Bless and curse not.
Bless and curse not. Right? That's also having those fruits of the spirit that will enable you to reach that next level. You ever hear the terminology like, you ever see haters? Haters are gonna hate you, and they're gonna do everything possible to get at you. And sometimes you ever hear like the brother who's getting hated on? That dude is, he don't really even see it. He don't even really gotta do anything, because that ain't nothing to him. Because that's not what it's about. If brothers gonna hate on you, as a matter of fact, if brothers ain't hating on you or ain't envious of you, there may be something you're doing that ain't right. But in essence, you're gonna be hated on, man. You gotta know how to deal with it. You're going to be hated. It's a requirement of the Bible. Right? Oh shit, I even forgot Mahar was on here. Shalom, Mahar. All right, let's go to. Let's see. Mahar just jumped off. Was Mahar here or not?
Yeah, he was here.
Okay, y'all go acting like I'm crazy. Well, seeing things and stuff. Let's go to Malachi chapter 1 and verse 6.
Look at Malachi chapter 1 verse 6. A son honored his father.
Right.
A servant his master.
A servant his master. Read.
If then I be a father, where is mine honor?
Right. It's right. That's what the Most High God's asking. You're gonna honor me. You're not honoring me by only what comes out of your mouth. You're honoring me by the way you live. Why do you think we got a life? Why do you think we got the life that we have, that the timeline that we have, the time you're living in today? Just random shit. You might as well believe in the Big Bang Theory for that.
Madness.
And dinosaurs. And Santa Claus. You know what I'm saying?
Big headed green aliens.
Right, and green aliens. You might as well believe in all that. Because the Most High got the plan already set up. It's already set. You just playing a part in it.
Oh.
Right? So you need to do what he says. And you need to honor him. He's not saying go around and act like a damn fool. Threatening people's lives. You know? Being a damn thug with a Bible. That's not integrity. That's not having honor and honoring our Father. Y'all got to do better, man. Go ahead, King.
And if I be a master, where is my fear?
Where is my what?
Where is my fear?
Read.
Saith the Lord of hosts unto you, O priests that despise my name.
That despise my name. Read.
And ye say, wherein have we despised thy name?
What do you mean? I do the work. What are you talking about? I know all these scriptures.
Wow.
All right. What was that, King?
No. I was just reading.
It says, you know, I do the work. Man, well, you know, the brothers who are going to approach Yahweh Shai Mashiach and, you know, who casted out devils in his name, he's also going to say, you know, I didn't know you. Right? Because your love for the Most High has grown cold, man. Love for your people has grown cold. Forgot how to truly serve the Most High. Right? Proverbs 31 and 25.
God, this book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 25. Strength and honor are her clothing.
Uh-huh.
She shall rejoice in time to come.
Right. So that's strength and honor. That's the clothing you have to carry on. That's what you got to put on. Right? Titus 2 and 7.
Look at Titus chapter 2, verse 7. It says, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works.
So you have to show yourself a pattern of good works, having a good name. You know? Damn, bro, that brother, man, he just crooked as hell, man. Right? Read.
God. And doctrine showing uncorruptness, gravity, and sincerity.
Right. Read.
Good sound speech that cannot be condemned.
Read.
That he that is of the contrary may be ashamed.
Right, because you don't have to speak like a damn brute every time, man. Learn how to communicate. Choose your words. Be wise with the words that you choose.
God, rebuke and meekness.
Rebuke and meekness and in kindness. That's what the scriptures say. What the hell is that? Where is it? Right? That cannot be condemned, that he that is of the contrary part may be ashamed. Meaning, if you go rah, 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 and F this and F that, and the brother's doing the same thing, what good is that? Having no evil thing to say of you. That's having honor, and that's being obedient, and that's definitely having integrity, man. Right? And that's what we got to be doing, man. Right? Mahar got a precept, Proverbs 11:3.
God's book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 3. So, and it says, the integrity of the upright shall guide them, but the perverseness of the transgressors shall destroy them.
Right, Khan. Read again.
When it says the integrity of the upright shall guide them.
Right, and that's what shall guide us, is our integrity. Read.
But the perverseness of the transgressors shall destroy them.
Right. Right. Beautiful precept. All right, Khan. Any other precepts? All right. Well, with that, we want to say shalom, shalom. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Hopefully, this class was edifying to the hopeful elect, so we can get the hell out of here, man. Have some dignity, man. Have some honor. Have some respect, man. All right. Shalom, Akim.
Shalom.
Shalom.